What's going on, boys? Final week of the regular season.
Wait, did we cue the music?
Nope.
Cue the music, big cat. Okay, final
and,
week of the regular season.
and we're back. Fuck it, we'll do it live.
Fuck it. Fuck it, we'll do it live.
All right, fellas. So yeah, last week of the regular season. Intriguing races out there. Some wild finishes last week. Fucking Dave Smith back from the dead.
Fucking fantasy zombie team, dude.
Cue the Undertaker.
I'm kidding. Of course, I have this horrible feeling about how it's going to go this week, but it's been an exciting ride over the last couple of weeks with my team suddenly coming to life. But we can get into that later. I guess the first piece of business that we need to talk about is where we're at with seeding right now and what this week's games, how they're going to impact that, right? Because that's kind of the most interesting thing at this point. So take us to it, Big Cat. So, I can see it. I can see 13-0 staring right at me. So in one of the most impressive fantasy performances I think I've ever been a privy to, Big Cat, 13-0. I don't even know if there's ever been a fantasy undefeated league a year. I mean, in what I deem to be a serious league, which I deem this to be a serious league, we're all putting up a few $100s to play, so in a serious league to be 13-0 is crazy good. So obviously Big Cat's locked into our number 1 seed. The number 2 seed as it currently stands is Dominic, correct?
Correct. He has the tiebreaker head-to-head with Dead Money.
Okay, yeah, and Glenn is leading that division over Joe Wallace because he has the head-to-head tiebreaker over Wallace. So essentially where we're at here is Dominic can guarantee his first round bye with a win, correct?
Yep.
If Dom slips up, Glenn will get the first round bye with a win.
Yep.
Or a Hulk Hands loss. And Wallace could actually go from the 4 seed to the 2 seed if Dominic and Glenn both lose and Joe wins.
Yeah.
But that's not a likely scenario due to the matchups. But theoretically, it's out there.
You did a wonderful job explaining that.
What's that?
You did a wonderful job explaining that.
Thank you. Bottom line is this, though. Those 4 teams that we just mentioned, Diggs, Dead Money, Hulk Hands, and Beaver Tamers, are all locked into the playoffs. They can't miss it at this point, right?
Right.
So those are our top 4 seeds. Our 5 seed right now is the Bill Cosby Sleepers, who's the only other team? The only other team that can get to 7 wins is Lord of the Slum. And what's the tiebreaker situation there? Lord of the Slum, Bill Cosby Sleepers. Andrew's got it. So Andrew's in. So really, our 5 of our 6 playoff teams are locked, right? Agreed?
Yeah.
And we are looking at score for the last team. So why don't you scroll us down there and tell us something interesting, Big Cat?
So I think this is off of memory.
Go down to the bar chart. Go down to the bar chart.
Oh, look at that. So in. So it would be Lord of the Slum right now with 26-20. Derry Sanders hot on his heels, 6 points behind. 26-14. Wow. So what if you two or any two tie with the same exact amount of points?
I mean, I don't know what we would do. We'd have to go coin flip or something, right?
Yeah. Battle by combat.
Well, hang on. You know what we could go to? You know what we would have to go to? We would go to head-to-head, right?
Yep.
So it would go to head-to-head. I mean, the probability of that happening is so minuscule.
Well, now it's on tape.
Well, let's figure it out then. Let's put it on tape. Say it with your chest, right?
Mm-hmm.
The head-to-head of Lord of the Slum and Derry Sanders. Where is it? Where is it? I think he's got me. I think he knocked me off this year. I mean, he probably did. Oh no. Oh no, I beat him in week 12. I beat him in week 12 by 89 points.
Oh wow.
So, in the event of a tie, I've got Mikey. But I mean, yeah, I mean, like, I'm so hot right now. You know, make any analogy that you want, but I mean, over the last 2 weeks, I've scored 497.8 points. I mean, go figure.
Yeah.
So anyway, yeah. So it's essentially me and Mike deadlocked. He's got a 6-point lead on me. You know, he outscores me by 6 points. He's gonna be okay. You know, generally speaking, you know, it's been around 200 points is what you need. So Mikey needs to figure out a way to get to 210, 215 in theory. But I mean, dude, if Garrett Wilson keeps on Garrett Wilsoning for me, anything could happen. I got a big problem though this week. Samaje Perine is not going to be a thing this week, so that's gonna put a damper on the number of points I can score. I think, you know.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean that's really where we're at. Is there anybody else who's behind me in score?
Billy Mack would be next.
Yeah, Billy Mack is
so he's 14?
He's about 28 points behind me.
Yeah.
I mean, he's in it, dude. If he puts like 250 on the board,
mm-hmm.
he's certainly not out of it. So,
yeah. And you basically guaranteed him being in via points like 4 or 5 weeks ago.
Well, I mean, like, what the fuck? Bring up his last few weeks, dude. The guy can't even get over 180, I don't think. I mean, 144, 162, and 163.
Not gonna get it done.
What the fuck are we doing here, Bill? You know? But hey, I'll take it. So my starting lineup is gonna suck nuts. A little bit without Perine. But whatever, dude. I'm gonna go for it. I'm gonna get after it.
Let's see if anyone submitted lineups.
I'm working mine right now, so since my lineup will probably be a little bit interesting. Oh God, I have like lineup decisions out the ass about like this guy or that guy, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But I've only got 13. Oh shit, I need one more. That's not great. What are we doing here? You know what we're gonna do? We're gonna do it. I'm throwing the fucking Hail Mary, Big Cat. I'm going for it. I'm starting 2 tight ends to try to get in the playoffs with 2 tight ends. That's the plan.
I love it.
Is that a good plan? That is not a good plan.
Amazing.
That is not a good plan. Just for the record, it's not a good plan. So yeah, I mean, it's all going to be matchups for me and Mikey and Billy. Let's see. Does Mikey or Bill have a lineup in? You might as well just go set lineups for me, Mike, and Bill.
So Mikey and Bill do not.
Oh my God, they play each other too?
Yeah, that's amazing.
Let the battle royale begin.
All right, live lineup for Mikey. We'll do it very quickly. Got my homies.
Mahomes subpar matchup, Denver.
Yeah.
So he's going to go ETN and Jamal. Let's see what else he has to go. Debo, Slayton, Smith, Amon-Ra, and Waddle. That's pretty easy. You go Higbee, Bosa, Judon, and Van Der Esch, I think. Yeah. Yeah, I guess you do all three linebackers and then Owens. Yeah. There you have it. Is that enough? I mean, that's not bad. That's not bad. Mac and Chase. He's going Joe Burrow versus Cleveland. That's a strong start. Henry versus the Jags, strong start. Mixon versus the Browns.
What the fuck?
I think he started him last week, dude. Mixon versus
will be back.
The Browns, strong. Chase, Godwin, Juju. I think you do, right? Then that tight end situation's fucking ugly. You TJ Edwards. I think you do Tranquil for sure. What's he got for DB? He got double dip on DB, maybe.
I mean, I would play a linebacker before.
Yeah, I'd probably play Kirksey too.
But
there you go.
About the same projected points.
All right, let's see what the old Google machine thinks. We got 202 to 201. Oh my god. And where does it predict me? How many points does it predict for me? 192. So I'm out, according to this. I'm gonna have to
script. Hopes and dreams are gonna rely on fucking Gabe Davis. You need a Gabe Davis bomb.
Oh my god. And how? Well, here's the thing. It's gonna be for my team at least. I have Mac Hollins going tomorrow night on Thursday, and then my do I have a Monday Night Hammer? I thought I had a Monday Night Hammer. I guess I don't. Fuck. Yeah, it's all gonna be for me. It's all gonna be done by Sunday, Mm-hmm. And let's see the Mac and Chase. Who has the Monday Night Hammer? That's what I have to see. Sunday Night Hammer. Oh no, I have a Sunday Night Hammer. I've got Tua. Oh, Mikey has Matthew Judon as a Monday Night Hammer. And Billy has Squadoosh. No. We're all going to have action on Sunday night, though. Billy has Drew Tranquil going. Mikey is going to have Judon going. And Waddle. And I'm going to have Tua. And that's it. A Sunday night game, man. It's gonna be a big one.
Yeah.
So anyway, what's this is the only pick to make, honestly. So where are you coming in, Big Cat? It's a points game. So that's the decision you have to make. Who is going to score? Essentially, Mike and I. Who's going to score the most points between Mike and I? And then can Billy throw 250 up?
I mean, if I'm being completely honest with these lineups, I would, if I was betting money, I would take you.
Wow. I mean, I don't hate it. I will say this. I know I've been fucking stroking Billy's horn all season, but like, if there was a week where you needed to put up crazy high points, you would want your quarterback and your running back and the number one wide receiver going against the Cleveland Browns, right?
Yep.
You want that. And, Pickens versus Baltimore, whose pass defense has improved but hasn't been great. Derrick Henry versus the Jags. Doesn't Derrick Henry own the Jags?
Yes.
Doesn't he just run for 200 yards pretty much every time that he sees them?
Yep.
I mean, so Billy has like this blow up potential that I can see in there, which means that Mike is going to win.
Mike has some tough matchups.
The Mahomes versus Denver thing is not great. right?
Yeah.
Because he's probably not going to score like 15 points, but like he's also probably not going to score 40, right?
Yeah.
Like if you get a pedestrian, like, a good like 20-ish points, 25 points from Mahomes, where's your explosion of points going to come from? Amon-Ra versus Minnesota's defense is a good matchup, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Waddle versus
Waddle.
the Chargers. The Chargers have been a disaster.
Yeah. Yeah, it would definitely have to be Waddle.
I think it's going to be Waddle and Amon-Ra St. Brown that are going to have to come through in a big way for Mikey. And on my end of things, if I want to win, I've got to get the Tua piece. Tua's got to blow out. McCaffrey, not a great matchup against Tampa, right? That's not wonderful. And then I just need to win the wide receiver lottery this week, honestly. I need that Gabe Davis long touchdown. I need Matt Collins to come through somehow. Deontay, Garrett Wilson. God, man. I really wish I could roll up.
Your defense is really good, though. You could say it with your defense.
Yeah, they were good. And, Burns, bye week last week, dude. Burns could knock off 2 sacks versus Seattle. And I love that Carolina defense against Seattle just for like weirdo plays. So yeah, I think it's going to be close. I mean, like maybe not. I got a 160 somewhere in that lineup too, but it'll be good. It'll be a tense Sunday for all three of us, me, Billy, and Mikey, because it's a 3-for-1 race right now.
Yeah,
and Mike's got a slight lead.
All right.
Any other notable games? I think all the other games are just going to be laughers, right? You got Wallace is going to take care of Mike and Brian.
Team Chaz always has potential to throw up a big number, but
the wind came out of their sails real bad over the last 4 weeks. And Dom, I feel like Dom's team has just been like getting better and better the last like 6 weeks,
Like this is what I would expect from Andrew's team. With what's left of it, he's just got too many injuries.
I know he's just limping his way in, but yeah, always dangerous. I don't think Craig is gonna beat you.
No,
there, I said
not.
it. I mean, like the Lord of the Slum Mac and Chase game is like, since it's a score only thing between us, it doesn't really matter who wins, but it's kind of cool that they're going head to head, essentially for battling for a spot. So
yeah, we should do a live update going into Sunday Night Football.
Oh my God, it'd be so stressful. But look at that, dude. Billy Mack is a paltry 2-6 versus Mikey. That's not great. Mikey's had his number.
Yeah, Mikey's owned him.
Owned him. Owns. Who owned the Chiefs? All right, and who's last? Is the last game the? Oh yes. Oh boy. Okay. There you go. So like conceivably Glenn is good to go, and it's just going to matter if Dom takes care of business against the Traz boys. And then we're just watching scores. So should be a good week. I think there's going to be some exciting games this week. I think in a weird way, I could either make the playoffs or because of my record being so shitty, I'm pretty sure I could also lock up the 4th overall pick. So, I mean, you got Danny, who's on the clock, and then you got Craig, who's the 2nd overall pick. So they're locked in. And then, I can't get below Traz for the 3rd pick. So, if Billy wins and I lose, then I'll go below Mike and Brian. So I'll get the 4th pick. So But fuck it, man. I'm going for it, man. I think I can. It would be magical to get in a sub
Hell yeah.
500 team. What was the
Get
year
in,
that
anything
happened?
can
in the
happen,
NFL?
man.
Yeah, what was the year that happened in the NFL? That was I don't remember what year, but it was Seattle, wasn't it? Didn't Seattle win the division at like 7-9?
Mm. Yeah.
And then they won 2 playoff games or something, or they won they won a home playoff game.
Mm.
So anything can happen, but there you go. Give you a lot of scoreboard watching. A lot of scoreboard watching.
Well, good luck this week, boys. We will, we might do a little something live before the game on Sunday night. We'll see what we can organize or record.
I mean, if it's close, I think we'll make our best effort.
Yeah.
I can almost assure you that I'm going to be very unpleasant to be around for my wife and kids on Sunday afternoon as these games play out. But it could be our year. Could be my year.
It could be. It could
Probably
be. Why not you?
That's right.
All right, fellas.
All right.
Baller.